You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day.
Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Precious. I am half of Jake and Precious on our digital business page. And I have the privilege of hosting our very first interview of our live talks. And it's just about the aim of this actual broadcast is to, tell you the reasons and the inspirations why we have ended up working online. And just a bit of background about myself. I am a wife, a mom of two daughters, full-time nurse, and a digital business owner on the side. And I'm originally from the Philippines and living now in London, UK. And it's 5 p.m. actually in the UK, and it's quite a nice day. So thank you for everyone who's watching at the moment or people who are catching us later on the replay. I hope you're having a great weekend. And it's a privilege for me to invite one of our coaches, one of our inspirations in the business, who has started her own online business with her husband about 2 years ago. And I won't steal her thunder. I'll let her introduce herself and also I'll allow her to tell her story about how she ended up being an online entrepreneur. So take it away, Luville. Thanks for giving me this chance to interview you. How are you?
Thanks, Precious. Thanks for having me. To introduce,
Thank you so much.
myself, I'm Luville. I'm a stay-at-home mom of two kids. I have one boy and one girl, 2 years old and 4 years old. My husband works as a web developer. We're originally from the Philippines and we migrated here in Canada in 2017. So in the Philippines, I used to work in a regional development bank providing admin and technical assistance. When we got here in Canada in 2017, my son was just 12 months old, exactly 12 months old. And I don't know, I'm not sure if it's cultural or what, but it didn't sit well with me. I wasn't emotionally and psychologically prepared to put him in a daycare right away because I thought it's a new country. So maybe I could stay longer with him. So Vince and I agreed that I would be the one to stay at home with our son while he works full time. That was the setup. And then in 2019, I gave birth to our second. So my plans of resuming my career would have to be set aside again because now we have two. We have a newborn and a toddler. But again, we knew that while it's an ideal setup that I'm at home with the kids while Vince works full time, it's not going to help us financially in the long run. What if he gets laid off? I was thinking, what if he gets laid off? We don't have relatives here. No relatives.
True.
Yeah, so all those all those what ifs were haunting me. It's very
Mm,
risky to be a single income household with a growing family in a new country with no relatives to run to. So we felt the urgency to look for another income stream. But then I thought if Vince would get a second job, that would mean more stress for him and less
mm,
family time. So I thought maybe I could find something online to do. So I tried exploring even the virtual assistant jobs, but then the schedules don't fit because I have a newborn and a toddler. Or some jobs I'm just not qualified to do it. So schedule is not okay or I'm not qualified. And so we tried to explore further and then we saw this business. I was actually apprehensive to start because I thought I wouldn't have the time for it. I don't have extra helping hand at home. So I thought it's not gonna work out for me. So, but that was where we were before starting this digital business. So we needed a second income stream. We don't
yeah.
want to compromise family time, so we explored online, and we are really thankful that we did.
Oh, thank you for offering that. Actually, I can relate because I used to also take online jobs as an admin assistant, but I'm
Mm,
nowhere near the qualifications of the other freelancers. So it was tricky, and I know that you're right. Actually, I agree with you. Wherein when you said you have to clock in, time out in order to get.
yes.
So it
And
was not
newborns
really. It's
have
like a
erratic
job.
schedules.
Yeah, and obviously with breastfeeding and all that, it must have been
Yeah.
hard to set a time during the day to do the things you want to do. So yes, thank you for that. Actually, I'm the same. Like we value a lot. I guess it's about what you value as a family, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
We're also
Priorities.
the
Yes.
same. We're also the same. We're immigrant parents, and it's not easy not having someone to like. If we were probably in the Philippines, we can have our our parents to help us out, but it's another story here in a different country wherein you really have to fit everything between you and your husband. So I can really relate to that. But before we move on, I just want to say hi to some of our viewers. Hi, Krista. Hi,
Hi.
Krista. Thanks for watching. I know it's 12 o'clock from in the Philippines, I think, but thank you for tuning in. So our next question is, if people ask you what you do, what we really do in this business, how can you answer it briefly? And yeah, because some of our followers don't really, or maybe not, are not yet familiar, or maybe they still have questions about what being an online entrepreneur means. So yeah, I just wanted you to kind of share that as well.
Well, in simple terms, we will teach you how to use your everyday social media tools to start and manage your very own profitable and fun digital business. We'll provide you with everything you'll need to start from ground zero or from no experience. You're not tech savvy, that's fine, to up and running in as little as 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So we'll give you the training, the tools, the systems, everything. But what I really liked about this business, that's why we said, yes, okay, let's do it. Because I think number one that we liked here is it's almost fully automated. I'm sure you would agree
Mm,
with me. It's it's almost fully automated that we only had to make time really focus on during the setup. But once it's all loaded in, it only takes for me, it only takes around 2 hours of my time. And that's intermittent whenever my kids would allow me. So that's it,
mm,
automation and also the training because as I've mentioned, it practically brought us from ground zero, like no experience, to up and running in for me, around 3 weeks. And the training support is there up until now, and we are almost
yeah,
2 years in the business. It's comprehensive, user friendly, and the training site is really quick to update when there are
true,
changes. They update it, timely update, and I'm excited and thankful that I'm growing personally and professionally in this business and that no monthly fees or whatsoever for the training.
true,
So
true.
automation training and the people, the community is just so supportive and just so positive. You know, as a stay-at-home mom with limited social life, especially with this pandemic, especially with this
True.
pandemic, it keeps me connected and updated. It keeps me sane. It also keeps me sane. So it's not all about melon, diapers, laundry, meal preps, you know. So that's it. So we provide you with the systems, you know, the training, the people, just to convert your social media time into something productive.
True. Like I really like that bit where you can turn your daily online activity wherein you share your pictures of your family because we already do it. As mentioned
True.
earlier, yes, as mentioned
And
earlier,
especially as
we don't,
immigrants, right? We're always on
yeah.
social media because our families or relatives are in the Philippines or somewhere in the world.
True. Like my one of our parents either like they alternately ask like where are the updated pictures, and before it used to be so hard for us to document what we're doing because as you can imagine it's very full on to be parents without, as I said, other people, childminders. So yeah, it's turning your online activity to something profitable if you're already spending time 1 to 2 hours scrolling, why not use it wisely and open your mind to the digital world and what you can use in order to earn profit. It's not like a job, it's a business, and it's something that can run 24/7 once you've set up. So my personal experience is, I think I did a training until I got everything ready for about 3 weeks too. So it's not
Yes.
tedious. It's video tutorials and it's at your own pace. So even as a full-time nurse manager like myself, it's very busy, but it's something I can do long term, and we can in the pockets of our lives we can inject it, and insert whatever we want to post online, and later on that will turn into something really profitable in the future. So, yeah, that's just what I wanted to actually say. And don't you worry, I didn't have any business background too. I had zero knowledge about business, but I was still able to be mentored and coached. So,
Yes.
right. So cool. Next is, tell us about what you learned since you started the business, if there's anything else you haven't said so earlier, Leville.
Hmm. Aside from the business learnings that I'm really thankful for, since I have no business degree or business experience prior to this, I've never done any business prior to this. It's my first
Yeah.
time, especially in digital marketing. But I'm thankful that, look at me now. I'm in my late 30s, but I'm doing social media marketing and I'm enjoying it. And I get to help other non-tech savvy people to explore and earn in the digital space. I used to think that earning in the online space is only for, tech geeks or celebrities, or I have to do the go lives to sell some stuff. But this business has totally changed my perspective on things. And I'm also thankful that I'm learning more about myself and surprising myself on the things that I could do. I'm It sounds cliche, but I'm thankful that I'm learning and being reminded that it's never too late to dream another dream, as they said. Because with a digital business, really, it has unlimited earning potential. Your life goals, your family goals are really so achievable.
True. I agree with that. So true that as me as well personally, I've grown. I mean, who could have um thought that I could interview someone online, but you can see it anywhere else, like, especially let's talk about Filipinos, because we're both Filipinos, isn't it, by origin. You can see a lot of celebrities popping up with their YouTube channels because they
Yeah,
understand that the trend is online nowadays, and even if, and then they can be themselves, which is really good. That's what I also learned, that in this type of business, because it's your business, you can create the brand that you want to, you
yeah,
want to put out there. The content you want to create, you can be yourself. You can talk in your own language. It doesn't have to be daunting. So it's not super hard as you think it may be, because you can create your own. So that's just,
yeah. Just
the
be
creative
you.
side, the creative juices, Luville.
Yes, be
I'm
your
super
own
inspired.
brand.
Yes, I'm super inspired by what you come up in your on your page. Actually, it keeps progressing and progressing.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, so it's really inspiring. How did this business help you, Leville?
Oh, we don't want to leverage on numbers or on material things because we are in Filipino very kuripot or frugal, I would say. We are not after branded or signature stuffs, but this business, I think of all the blessings we've received, it's really being with our kids 24/7 since they're not yet of school age, being with them 24/7 without having to worry about our expenses. I think that's the biggest blessing of all. We never imagined it would happen to us that working online used to sound so far-fetched, especially for me because with Vince, he's IT, so he can work online. But it's
True.
it's our reality for 2 years now that while the pandemic caused businesses to slow down or shut down,
Mm,
our business is thriving and things just keeps getting better. It this business really cushioned the blow when Vince lost his job
mm.
last year. And instead of dipping into our savings, we were actually adding into it during the pandemic. So really, I would call it our biggest blessing. This business has been a lifesaver for us.
Yes, I could resonate with that because as well, it was really tricky to have to do job hunting for Jake, and then even before the pandemic, we actually started in December 2019. So this is even before the pandemic struck, but actually because everything stopped, like it was all a standstill. I don't know if you all know, but London had three consecutive lockdowns throughout the
Lockdown.
1 year, over a year that since the pandemic. So you can imagine how much maybe if we were working full time at the same time, we could have probably it could have cost us thousands to keep our children in maybe daycare so that we
Yes,
can
it's
full time
expensive.
jobs. Yes, and it's really not worth it. It's like you're pouring in, probably you're getting it, and then it goes straight away out of your pocket the minute it gets in there. So it wasn't really practical for us. So this business actually enabled us and is still enabling us to be able to have one parent at home, the same as you. Your setup is, Luville. So thanks
Yes.
for sharing that. I super appreciate it, and I know maybe other followers of our page and even my profile account still have some questions that you want to answer. I mean, we will have this most likely every weekend, I hope, and I'll get other people who's doing this from all over the world because this is actually a global business. So, as I said, we are in the UK. Leville and Vince are from Canada, and
Canada,
we have
yes.
yes, and we have other partners around the world. That's the power of being in the online space is that your reach is endless. You don't need a passport
Yes.
to reach your potential customers. So thank you. This ends our live talks, our very first live talks. Thank you for sharing your story. I super appreciate it.
Thanks.
And yes, and if you have any questions, feel free to send us a message, myself and Jake, and we will be happy to get you started. Check down below the link that we have provided, and you can grab your seat to the workshop. We do live workshops every Wednesdays and Fridays, and but everything will be sent to your inbox. And also, we have 24/7 replays if you want to get to know more how you can start up in the digital space. So thank you for watching. And yeah, if you're watching this later on, please comment where you're watching from. So we are really interested and curious where where we're reaching using this platform. So thank you so much again, Luville. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Hope you have a great weekend.
Precious.
Happy weekend, everyone. Thank you and God bless. Bye.
You can